Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV Prime News with me, Ben Wirangai, in my sign language interpreter doing the voicing Irene Chebiwot. Let's focus on our news. President William Ruto has officially invited companies from Malaysia to invest in Kenya's ambitious multi-billion shillings road infrastructure agenda, citing Malaysia's globally recognized expertise in the sector is an ideal fit for the national projects. The invitation was extended following bilateral talks hosted by President Ruto with visiting Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. Kenya's 10-year road expansion plan is set to transform the country's transport network, focusing on dualing 2,500 kilometers of major highways and constructing an additional 28,000 kilometers of new tarmacked roads. President Ruto emphasized that this expansive road program is crucial for fulfilling Kenya's vision of improving mobility, significantly boosting trade, and unlocking the economic potential of rural and industrial zones.
With Malaysia in many ways, and as you have asked me, I will be visiting, by God's grace, I will be visiting your country next year. I will carry quite a bit of the private sector with me and many others, so that when I discuss with the people of Kenya the housing program, where the greatest inspiration came from Singapore and Malaysia, they can come and see what Malaysia has done on the housing program. They can come and see the kind of human resource development that you have done. They can also come and see what you have done in matters health, even as we drive our own universal health coverage here in Kenya. It is amongst the lessons that we have learned from your country. And Mr. Prime Minister, I will also have the opportunity, because I've been to your country 3 times, for Kenyans to see the kind of infrastructure, modern infrastructure that you have put up in your country, and the one that we are envisioning as Kenya. And it is really a proud moment for me as I engage with you, because you bring home the many things that we have been discussing as a country.
The government has secured a major trade victory after Malaysia agreed to eliminate tariffs on key agricultural imports. A move announced today that promises to open significant new markets for Kenyan farmers and usher in deeper commercial ties between the two nations. The breakthrough was confirmed by President William Ruto following bilateral talks with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who is making the first visit by a Malaysian premier to Kenya in nearly 2 decades. The new policy is expected to benefit a wide range of Kenyan agricultural producers, potentially increasing export earnings and providing a vital new frontier for the country's farm produce in the Asian markets.
to removing tariff and non-tariff barriers, expanding Kenyan exports to Malaysia and vice versa, and deepening cooperation in digital technology and high-tech manufacturing. In this regard, I welcome Your Excellency's agreement to eliminate tariffs on agricultural produce and beef, a significant step that will open new market opportunities for Kenyan farmers and strengthen the commercial foundation of our partnership. The removal of these tariffs, Mr. Prime Minister, is especially significant given the structure of our current trade, where Kenya's main exports to Malaysia include tea, coffee, flowers, avocados, titanium ores, and beef, while imports from Malaysia consist primarily of edible oils and fats, chemical products, electronic, agricultural chemicals, and rubber. This profile underscores the importance of the potential of broadening our commercial ties.
Moving on, visiting Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar bin Ibrahim has highly praised the Kenyan government's affordable housing program, characterizing it as a critical strategy for tackling the nation's poverty gap. Speaking during his official visit, Prime Minister Anwar commended President William Ruto's administration for its ambitious development agenda, noting its strong focus on using governance to uplift the poor. He described the initiative as demonstrating remarkable leadership in providing dignified homes for low-income communities.
One aspect that also is particularly exciting for me because I'm, like you, very passionate about poverty alleviation, about housing for the poor, for the masses. And when I learned this ambitious program, over 150,000 units of housing, affordable housing and housing for the poor, I mean, this exemplifies the spirit of a remarkable leadership, not only striving for power, but to make sure that the power is utilized fully in the true spirit of the Kenyatta struggle to champion and assist your people. So that to me is more pronounced than the other issues that we will deliberate tomorrow, which include, of course, areas like investments and trade to enhance. There's no excuse whatsoever for Malaysia and Kenya not to work together to enhance our bilateral relations and the trade investments.
Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning, John Mbadi, has called on Kenyans, particularly those in the Nyanza region, to fully support President William Ruto's economic empowerment programs, arguing that cooperation is key to securing development. Speaking at a recent event focusing on economic empowerment, CS Mbadi strongly advocated for a pragmatic approach to governance. He emphasized that the government's ambitious plans, which include initiatives like the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, BETA, and investments in sectors like housing, agriculture, through subsidized fertilizer and the digital economy are vital for national revival. Candidates contesting this Thursday's critical by-election are making their final appeals to voters, concluding weeks of intense campaigning that featured extensive door-to-door outreach, lively town hall meetings, and spirited public debates. The final hours leading up to the poll are set to see a major intensification of efforts, particularly from the two main political formations. Campaign teams for the United Democratic Alliance, UDA, and the United Opposition are scheduled to hold final rallies aiming to unite support and deliver crucial last-minute messages to influence last-minute messages to sway undecided voters.
Wewe ni one term MP. Wewe Goliathi ni one term MP. Na uachane na mimi. Ukiendelea kunitusi, wewe mzee, wewe nitakuvua nguo. Wewe nitakuweka aibu. Nitakuweka aibu. Mimi nimekuwa waziri wa usalama wa taifa, najua mambo mengi. Usicheze na mimi, nitakuvua nguo wewe. Wewe.
Sasa unajua nilikuwa hapa last weekend Sunday, nikafunga hoteli. Nikasema imefungwa. Lakini ikabidi nifungue tena. Saa ile Kasongo alituma hii soprano na pesa na magunia na helikopta. Sasa nikaona hii watu ya mbele wacha wanyoe Kasongo kidogo. Kasongo wanyolewa zinyolewe. Nikafungua hii hoteli tena wiki moja. Soprano wamezunguka hapa na pesa na magunia. Wa mbele wamekula. Hiyo pesa imetumika mbele zaidi ya milioni 600. Ili tosha kuunganisha kila boma Bere North ikuwe na stima. I'm telling you.
Kenya Power has introduced a new meter reading technology designed to significantly improve the accuracy, efficiency, and speed of collecting customer consumption data. This marks a fresh milestone in the company's ongoing digital transformation initiatives. In a statement issued on Monday, November 24th, 2025, the utility firm announced the immediate rollout of optical character recognition, OCR, technology across all its 8 regions nationwide. The new OCR system is set to replace the traditional manual method of typing in meter numbers and readings. Instead, meter readers will now simply use a scanning device to capture a meter's digital display for instant and accurate data collection.
As we speak, we have 1.9 million meters that we read every month. So we have to go out there, pick the reading, and then use that to produce the bill. The other 8.2 million meters are either the token one that I've talked about, where the customers buy the token, and we have another 300,000 where we are able to read remotely. So we don't have to go there physically to pick the meter reading. So what happens is this OCR, instead of going to site, you look at the meter number, you confirm from your device and then insert the reading and then save. You just do a scan. So that scan is able to pick the meter number automatically. It's able to compare with what we have in the system. It's able to pick the reading, so it picks the reading, both the image and what it reads, and then what the meter reader does is just to save. So that is going to save us a lot of time. It is also going to eliminate what we call the human errors.
to our final news item. Former Cabinet Secretary for Health and current permanent representative of Kenya to the United Nations Human Settlements Program, UN Habitat, Susan Nakumicha, has officially affirmed her entry into the political contest for the Trans Nzoia County gubernatorial seat in the upcoming general elections. Speaking in Chirangani constituency, Nakumicha asserted her constitutional right to run for any elective office, regardless of gender. She specifically clarified that she will not be seeking the women representative seat, but will instead focus her campaign on the governorship.
Katiba ya Kenya inaruhusu Mkenya yoyote wa jinsia yoyote kuwa katika nafasi ya uongozi. Kwa hivyo leo wamenipa mwelekeo na kusema ya kwamba sio lazima, na wameniondoa kwenye kiti cha wamama. Kwa hivyo nataka kuhakikishia kwamba mimi ikifika 2027 sitatafuta kiti cha wamama. Familia imenipa mwelekeo mpya, na huo mwelekeo wa familia ndio ambao nitafuata.
Sehemu zingine kuna magavana ambao wamefaulu na ni wamama, wengine wanaenda muhula wao wa pili. Na sisi tumekaa hapa Trans Nzoia tukasema mbona pia sisi tusitoe governor mama, na Mungu ametusaidia na Mungu ametuonekania, na tuko na hapa ambassador Nakumicha ambaye tumemweka mbele ili aweze kutafuta kiti ya ugavana wa Trans Nzoia 2027.